So we're going to take a look at brackets. We're going to start off here by looking at the size of boxes. So suppose we have the following sum. So 3 times 4 plus 2. Now we all know from our BIMDAS that you can do what's in the brackets first, so you should do what's in the brackets first. So 4 and 2 is 6. So there's 3 6s, which is 18. Alright. Now we're going to do this a slightly different way, and in doing it a slightly different way, we'll see a method for doing the algebra. See, what this is motivated by is we're looking at, let's say we look at 3 times x plus 2 instead of 4 plus 2. Suppose we have 3 times x plus 2. Now we can't add that x and that 2 the way we added the 4 and 2 got 6. X and 2, they're not like terms, they're not the same kind of thing, so you can't do anything with them, so you're stuck with just x plus 2. So if we want to multiply that by 3, what we're going to do is we're going to go back here and try and find a way to multiply this by 3 without working out what's in the bracket first. And then we'll try and use that method here and see what we get. Okay. So to come back to the first question, 3 times 4 plus 2, we're going to think about it as an area question. So it doesn't matter which way we do this. Let's put the 3, let's say we've got a field and it's 3 meters this way, and it's 4 meters this way, and it's 2 meters this way. There's a kind of a small fence there. And we want to get the area of the whole field. Well, one way to do it would be to get the area of each of the separate bits. So this first bit of the field here is a 3 by 4 rectangle. So 3 by 4, so that's 12 meters squared. And the second one here, it's height of 2, and it's also got a width of 3. So that's 3 by 2. So that's 6 meters squared. So the total area is 12 and 6. So 12 plus 6 equals 18 meters squared. So that's the total area. And you can check it if you like. The whole height is 6. So you have 4 and 2. So the whole height is 6. So 3 times 6, as we said earlier, 3 times 6 is 18. So this is giving us the right answer. And this is going to be our inspiration for when we're dealing with x. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to imagine a field. Similar field. We got 3 here on the top. But we've got x here. We don't know how long this is. It's x meters, let's say. And this here is 2 meters again. Alright? So in order to get the total area, we're going to calculate the two rectangles separately. So the first one, we're going to have 3 times x. Now 3 times x is just 3 x's. 3x. In the second one, we're going to have 3 times 2, which is 6. So our total area here is going to be 3x plus 6. And that's the answer. Okay, so this is how we're going to multiply. If we've got something that we need to multiply into a bracket, this is how we're going to do it. Alright, so we multiply the 3 by the x, we multiply the 3 by the 2. If you come back to the original question for a second, you might notice that we multiplied the 3 by the x, and we multiplied the 3 by the 2, and we added our answers. Okay, so I'm just going to draw in these. We'll come back to these arrows in a minute. I'm just going to draw in these arrows here. So we multiplied the 3 by the x, we got 3x. We multiplied the 3 by the 2, we got plus 6. So 3x plus 6. Alright, so let's do another one or two with the rectangles, the field method, if you like. So what would let's say 7 into 2x plus 11, what would that be? Alright, so let's draw a field. Doesn't matter which way you draw it. It doesn't matter whether the 7 goes on the top or down the side. So let's say this is 11, this is 2x, and the top here is 7. Okay, so in order to get the area, because remember, when there's no sign, you're multiplying, so you're multiplying the 7 by this whole bracket. That's the same as getting the area of the rectangle that has one side 7. On one side 2x plus 11, alright, which is what we're doing. So 7 times 2x, so 7 2s are 14, so 14x. And down here we have 7 times 11, which is 77. So altogether we have 14x plus 77. I'm going to put in the plus there just to highlight that it's a positive number. Now again, if you look back to the question, you can see that what we did there was we multiplied the 7 by the 2x and we multiplied the 7 by the 11. Right? And we added the two answers. So you might take a guess then as to what would happen if I had, let's say, 4 into 3x plus 9. You might say, well, if I was drawing a diagram, if you're not sure, draw out the diagram. But you might at this stage spot, I'd have 4 on the top, and the first bit down the side here will be a 3x. So the first area I get will be 4 times 3x. 4 3s are 12, so that's 12x. The next area I get will be 4 times 9, so that's plus 36, and you'll be absolutely correct. So the answer, 4 times 3x plus 9 is 12x plus 36. Okay, so if you like, you can do it with the boxes, with the kind of the field method, or if you prefer, you can just draw in the arrows to remind yourself what you're meant to be doing. It works if you've got, say we change it a little bit, and we have 2x into, let's say, 4x plus 3. Now we might do this one with the box just for one last go. So I've got 2x here, I've got 4x here, and I've got 3 here. Okay, so the first box here is 2x times 4x. So remember now, we multiply the two numbers together, so 2 4s are 8, and x by x is x to the power of 2, or x squared. So that's 8x squared. The second box, we have 2x times 3. So we multiply the numbers together, we get 6, and there's only the one letter x, so that just stays as 6x. So the total area here is 8x squared plus 6x. And again, if you'd spot it, you can do it with the arrows. So you can say 2x by 4x, 2 4s are 8, x by x is x squared, 2x by plus 3 is plus 6x. So either way it will work out. So that's multiplying brackets, at least where everything's a plus.